They, I can't say it now. All right. Uh, I could. I mean, it would be, it would, no one would, I don't think anybody would be bothered by that. But in any event, thanks for joining us. Today is February 12th, 2025. This is the executive committee meeting. Everybody except for Jason is with us tonight. Let's just get to the usual business here. Did everybody read the minutes from last time?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. How stellar was it?
Superb.
All right. Excellent. Okay. Must read. Okay. Then in that case, I'm just going to motion to approve.
Second.
All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? None of the above. All right. Let's move on. Okay. We got approval minutes. Treasurer's report, fundraising update. You want to go? You want me to take that right now? Or should I move on to old business first?
We could move on. I mean, well,
We just stick to the agenda.
yeah, let's just stick to the agenda. Yeah.
All right. I'll take over the treasurer's report because I just pulled up the bank account here. Bank accounts. In one account, which generally houses, hold on one second here and pull that up. Our general account has currently a balance of $13,661.35.
Can you say that again? 13,000.
13,661.35.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Nice.
Much of that, about 9,400 of that roughly is the money that Scott Carlhouse has raised for us for our upcoming registration drive. We'll talk about that later. And the second account, which has mostly been there, the SEC account, has a balance of $10,354 even. I could speak to $10,254 was raised from the RFK Victory Fund. The other 100 was the money I transferred over from the first account just to get it going. But yeah, that's that. You know, this is
so that leaves about what, like almost $14,000 for whatever the hell we want.
No, that 10,000 still ours. That's what's been left over from.
Yeah, I know. And then, like he said, the 9,400 was earmarked for.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
The 9,400 in the first account. Yeah, that's registration drive, and yes, the rest of it,
whatever
is whatever exactly. And really, the second account, 10,354 is also whatever. If when it comes right down to it, and if we don't know what to do with it, we leave it alone until we decide what we want to do. But yeah, I'll say this, and I'll say it on the record: the RFK fund has exceeded expectations in a big way. We all kind of signed up not knowing for sure if this was a good idea or not, but you know, okay, what the hell have we got to lose? I want to thank Pat Ford publicly here for his recommendations to sign up, and so far so good. And I don't think we're done yet either. I will say too that the only pain in the butt thing has been the signing up for wire transfers online. There's been some back and forth with me in the bank. It used to be I would have to go into the branch and do a wire transfer. It takes about an hour to do so. And I asked them, listen, is there any way I could do this online? First I did, and that was easy, and you can do them anytime. But then we signed up for ACH payments, which is similar to your job, you know, and your paycheck, sending money and wiring money to you automatically. We signed up for that too. And so we spend about $25 a month on that, as opposed to $25 for every wire transfer. And actually Scott agreed to pay the 25 because he says that's fine by me. He's willing to pay the monthly fee. So I send him money about twice a month right now. And then anytime the LNC sends us the big money from the Victory Fund, I send 90% of it back to them, and I just did that via ACH. We had one other little glitch in that in the last week, suddenly the wire transfer online was no longer available. So I had to call the bank and say, okay, why is that? And they gave us a few explanations, and they said, well, wait, you have ACH, right? Yeah. Okay, well, just do that. We'll raise your limit. Good. Easy fix. So that's where we are right now. So that's why we have this money stashed away, and we can talk about when we want to do what with it down the road. All right. So do we need to approve that? I don't think so. We can just move on to old business. Jason and Sam presentation, neither of them are here. I will, if Jason and or Sam show up tonight, let's give them a little time, I say.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Okay. Let's move on. Facebook ad, no, that's also Jason.
No, that's
No,
Joe.
oh, Joe, I'm sorry, man.
Yep.
Okay. Yep, go ahead, Joe. Maybe anything about the Facebook ad you want to talk about?
You're
You are,
muted.
yeah, you're muted, man. No, Joe, you're muted.
Joe.
Gotcha. At this
Okay.
rate, we're doing the Mambo with our friends at National because we can't get the pixel tracking code for Facebook ads into the site, just like we can't get the Google stuff. So we can buy ads, we just won't be able to actually get any information from them other than the fact that they came in as sponsored or unsponsored ads. I don't know. I've just about given up trying to ask National for any help here. So
They should be, Joe, they should be clearing up pretty soon, like this week, I think it was what I was given.
I
Can't
certainly
remember the
hope
guy's
so.
name. Yeah, there's a guy that sits on that committee at National who's in the MC who I've been talking to. I think it's not
I emailed the guy. I
the
emailed the guy
woman.
that you gave me his
No, that
info.
was Melissa Wong, right? That I gave you.
Honestly, I don't remember. I'd have to look.
Yeah, I think it was. And she also is in the MC and sits on that committee as well. But this other guy I feel like is like higher up with like more authority.
Okay.
I'll try to rattle that cage this week.
Yeah, and I mean, I've been watching the National
Yeah, they got a
talking
lot of
about.
shit in flux right now.
Well, yeah, and I mean, we're not alone here, and there's a
Yeah.
lot of people that are trying to demand immediate information about Zoho and moving over there. I mean, I don't know. I mean, honestly, people, if Civi wasn't the issue here, I would say screw it. We can put it on one of my servers and frickin' run it. I mean, or we can pay what $3 a month on something like HostGator or InMotion or whatever. I just don't know. I mean, at this rate, I don't know how much longer we sit here and keep asking them to let us use our own website. So
Right.
I'll get off my soapbox.
Well, I got a follow-up question with LNC being in such flux over the last month. Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, everything
Well, they've
they've
been
had to
in a
go
flux
through.
since I got here. I mean,
Right.
it's not like this
Yeah,
is something I asked
true,
for.
true.
I asked for this literally the day that I got the gig,
Right.
and I've been getting run around, and I mean, it took us what, a month and a half just to get my access to our own site fixed, and I still can't do anything with it. So
Right.
Right.
For what it's worth, I think this has been a chronic issue.
Oh yeah, I don't think it's about
so-
me at all. I think
no,
it's
I
just
know.
the system.
It is frustrating though. I just wanted to validate your your frustration.
Well, let's throw that out there. What if we did host it ourselves? I mean, is it feasible? Is it worth it? I mean, I could speak to this. We used to have a different company, and we paid a pretty penny for it. I can't think of the name of the platform here. Steve Lavasser, excuse me, Sean Lavasser, could tell you, but it used to cost a lot. So when we moved over to Nationals taking over, it was free, and like anything else, it's free. You get what you pay for, but what?
Really, the only thing that I don't know about is their integration with Civi, and I would think that if they're going to continue using Civi RM, that they're going to have a different portal anyway, because it's not going to be over on Zoho unless they're doing all that too.
Right.
Honest to God, I mean, like, hold on, I'm looking something up here right now. My cheapo server place of record is InMotion hosting, and I mean, we could get an optimized WordPress site for $2.85 a month, which will move faster. We'll be able to have in complete control of the whole damn site. We can take what we have right now. I have tools that I can suck it, even though I don't have access to actually install something that I could do this really easy if I had actual administrative access to the current one, but I don't. It sounds like that will never happen to anybody. But generally speaking, we could recreate that website on a server like that and just be done with it.
So can
I don't know
ask-
who controls our domain. I don't know if that's something that we have
So,
control over or
yeah,
they do. I just don't know.
I can speak to that. I think when I was gonna get in learning the ropes from Jeremy, he had said that Sean Lavasser pays for our domain. I don't know, like, actually, I think I gave you his contact.
Yeah,
Have
I
you
think I've
got
got
to
his
him?
contact info. Actually, let me do a who is on our domain. I can at least see if we've got anything. that
So can I
search
ask,
for.
I want to just ask a couple questions here. So
Mhm.
if we were to migrate over, what are we losing by migrating away from that?
Layer of bureaucracy and the
Frustration.
Civi RM integration.
At $3
And-
a month.
Right.
Yeah, $3 a month.
I mean, is it possible to kind of, could we just kind of like leave lpme.org up and kind of like trial this and see? Is that
It would
something
take me probably about 2 hours to image this site and have it up on something else that you could just look at it.
yeah.
I mean, I
are
could
we
even put it on
willing-
one of my servers while we're working on it. And then if we decide to make the switch, we'll just get the domain information from whomever has it and we'll take care of it.
And then as far as the Civi stuff, like all that really is, I mean, some of that works with like the map, right?
Yep.
Okay. So that would add another small layer of administration. You'd have to do that
Image map.
manually.
I mean, it's really, I mean, and honestly, we'd be able to customize it. Right now, we have 2 fields on that map that we can
Yeah.
customize, and we have certain things that we can't even get to display because we can't get in and edit the damn software that it runs on.
Right.
So so maybe like in time for next meeting, Joe, is that enough time to kind of get something mocked up?
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said,
Okay.
what I could do in a perfect world, the easiest way to do this would be I would install something like All In as a backup. I would run All In, take the file, go over to the new server, explode the file, and
Okay,
so since I can't do that, I'll go in, edit the pages, save the pages out one by one, and just recreate them over on another server. The thing
gotcha.
that stinks is it would sure be handy if I had the theme template file that they're using. But that currently is another one of those things that's behind the door. I can't get to it and
Would it
actually get a
help to
hold of
have,
it.
would it help to, like, Jim, do you think you may have more sway as the chair with LNC?
I don't see why not. I was just kind of thinking, I mean, it sounds to me like, Joe, the most arduous part of this is just reaching out to LNC and saying, hey, we're taking over for this. Point everything back to this server instead. And how long will it take for you to get to someone that is going to be available to point it back? It sounds like that's
Well,
the
and
toughest
that's
part
the
of
thing.
this.
It's not even, we wouldn't even need them to point anything. We have control of the domain. If we have control of the domain, I just point it to the new IP address and we're done.
Oh, that's right too. That's right. That's all in the, yeah. Okay. I was thinking it was the other way. I don't know why.
So
But
yeah, I mean, really,
but
this is one of those things that we could do with or without their blessing.
mm,
I just don't know if we have any contractual obligations express or implied with them or anything. I just don't know.
Yeah, I don't
I'm
know.
not sure either. I should probably ask that question. Um, you know what? Kate, I can just construct an email to
Okay,
what's it? Just send it to help desk at You know,
Yeah,
or
maybe. I
know,
think
what's-
if Joe or Dane might have better contacts.
I can ask,
there.
yeah, you
I
guys, if you
submit-
guys can do it, go ahead.
No,
Well,
well,
but like if I think maybe having the chair reach out might just be like just enough to like, cause I have a feeling that it doesn't matter who reaches out to them, they're just not responsive, but I was just curious if maybe having the chair reach out is enough to be like, oh yeah, we need this.
Yeah, no, I'll be
Worth a
happy to,
try.
I'll be happy to do that and just CC you guys on it, sure, just to put that, put that Veritas, whatever I have,
Right.
behind it. Okay, yeah, let me, what's the, yeah, oh, you know what, just let me know the email address, Joe, Dane, and, I don't know if it's help desk or whatever it is, but, and let's talk about what I'm specifically asking. Hey, we may be taking over our own website. What do you need from us in order to make that happen?
Yeah, I mean, I think the most
Mhm.
basic question is, do we have, do we need to do anything specifically to notify you if we are pulling the website over to our own server? I
Right,
think that's the easiest way to say it.
yeah,
Because if we have, I mean, LPME is a domain that we've got control over. We just need to get a hold of Jeremy or figure out how to get into there one way or another.
right, right.
So it's like I said, and as far as everything else, my honestly, my only question was, are they paying are we paying the LNC anything for this, or are they just covering it?
No,
Part two of that is, if we break the website away, are they also covering the Google email stuff as well? And if
No.
that's the case, or is that us too?
I
No,
don't,
the
so,
Google email stuff, I think we set that up.
yeah, and also I think that we're grandfathered with it.
We are, yeah,
Yeah.
we absolutely, we have some sort of account that they don't give to nonprofits anymore, but we're grandfathered in, so we've got it.
Right.
So I
Mhm.
didn't know if that was through the LNC or if that was LPME stuff. So,
Yeah, I don't believe it was either.
okay.
For sake of clarity, Joe, because I am in Jim's spot too. I don't know if I would know exactly what to ask. Like maybe just, I don't mean to tell you what to do, but maybe just
I was gonna,
email Jim
yeah,
what you need and then
Mhm.
Jim can forward it.
that's what I was just starting to do, actually.
Okay,
So,
sorry.
That'd be great. Thanks.
Mhm.
Great.
I didn't mean to
Okay.
insult your intelligence, Joe. I'm sorry.
No. It's I was reaching to do it right as you were saying it. So,
Oh, good. Great, great
great
mind.
minds.
No, very good.
See, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think we need a motion for this. I think we're all on the
No.
same page with it. So yeah, I'll get an email out. I'll paraphrase basically what Joe says and send it out and CC and yeah, CC all of you on that, and we'll discuss it at our March meeting.
Cool.
All right, very good. Let's move on to new business. Strategic plan. Okay, fleshing out calendar events for the year.
So
Um,
my hope with this is literally just to pick some dates. I think like convention to me is like the top priority right now with day of service right behind it. So I was hoping maybe if we could just figure out some dates. I don't mind, I think typically the vice chair kind of helps to plan the convention, so I don't mind kind of taking that project over. To at least to reach out, because I think we've decided we do like going to the place in Hollowell there.
Yeah.
So I don't mind reaching back out again and seeing like what they could do, what their available dates are. But usually we're doing that in like the beginning of May. Is that still where we kind of wanted to start for dates there?
well, I want to be clear about something. A convention in an odd numbered year is not required by the state.
Oh,
A
okay.
convention in an even numbered year is. I forget the deadline, but yeah, it's sometime in May. Now, we had one in November of an odd number year last
That's
time.
what it was. Yeah, it was the
That was for
candidate.
delegates.
Yeah, that was for
Yeah.
exactly, that was for the delegates or our delegate convention. Um,
Okay, I think I
but
might have gotten
but
confused then.
and Harrison wanted to do it, like several months in advance, so people could have time to plan
Right.
ahead and go there. By the way, the national convention, I didn't dig into this, but did I hear Pat Ford say it's in Michigan? I'm assuming Detroit.
Yeah,
this year?
Grand
It's in
Rapids.
Michigan, yeah.
Grand Rapids, okay.
Yeah.
I'll look that up. When is,
So,
I
Oh,
think,
sorry.
hold on, I have it in my phone.
oh, I'm assuming it's, Labor Day or Memorial Day weekend.
I believe it is.
Okay, that's when it typically, so Grand Rapids.
so for this year, we don't, state, we don't necessarily have to do that this year then.
We don't have to do a convention. We are required to do one in 2026.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
So maybe what
Um,
we do is, maybe we just, I know, like, instead of the convention, then maybe we kind of double down our efforts for that end of summer bash. That guy
Let's,
likes to
yeah,
do.
let's talk about that. You saw my email here. Kevin basically reached out and says, hey, do you want to
I
do
did
one?
not see that.
Oh, you didn't? Yes.
No.
So Kevin asked if he wants us to do another one this year. And I said, you know, if you want to host it, that'd be great. But couple things. We don't think it's a good idea to have it on Labor Day weekend, and he agreed with that.
Yeah,
Seeing how that we're going to be meeting in person every 3 months anyway, I think that would be the good time to do it.
Mhm.
For our summer, be it in August or September, whatever, probably September.
Yeah, because
So
then if
I mean,
if it's only just us that shows up and it's just like an XCOM retreat, then it's still a win. Like,
yes, it is. And yeah, and he would be happy with that. And I think all of it would be happy with that. At the same time, I'd like to invite the public just to see who shows up and
yeah, of course,
make
yeah.
something out of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe I'm thinking, well, let's talk about this a little bit here. I mean, end of the summer bash, I still like to do that. Kevin's willing to have us all, and that'd be great. I think we need to get on the same page as to which weekend that would be, which Sunday or whatever.
Should it be a Sunday or a Saturday?
I think it's Saturday.
Saturday, either one. I've got no preference.
Okay.
Um,
What about like September 13th is the second Saturday?
um, hang on one second. This is how my life rolls.
I know.
The first thing I'm going to look at what the Black Bear football schedule is.
Yes. I get that.
Yeah. Because to me that's a whole tailgating thing, which is fun too.
Yeah.
They did release it recently. I just need to. There we go.
Because I know, Dane, August is probably pretty out for you, I imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Third-
open the 23rd. That's it.
So September. All right. So how does the 13th look for you, Jim? Or
Hosting
14th.
hosting Stonehill College. Why are
Okay.
we playing Stonehill? I don't get that one, but
We could do it the Sunday too.
yeah,
I don't-
I personally would prefer Sunday myself. But if you guys, but I'm just one vote. I mean,
As long as it's midday,
Yeah,
because it's what, 2.5 hours for us?
I
Right.
think so. Yeah, yeah.
right, and it could be midday. That's fine too.
So do we want to kind of tentatively ask him about September 14th right now?
Sure,
Okay.
sure, I'll do that. I'll reach out about the 14th.
And I just checked
and
my email, Jim. I
I-
didn't get that email.
It was in response to. It
Oh,
was
it's
part
the-
of his report.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you meant a separate email. Gotcha.
Yeah, no, I actually did it right this time. I actually put it in the yeah.
Nice
yeah.
job, Jim.
Yeah, well, yeah, it was it was your husband's product, dude. Put it in the damn, yeah. I was hoping Dane would smile at that one, but I guess not.
Oh, that's funny.
But he was right. I mean, I could do this if you want to do a Saturday. I could do the 6th of the. I say
Well,
the 6th, or the 20th. The problem with the 20th is Paul and I may be going away that weekend. Because that's our anniversary weekend. This is why we didn't show up last
yeah.
year with the
Well, let's just ask him at least for that
14th. I like the 14th though.
Yeah.
What about the rest of you three?
Yeah.
That's fine with me.
Yeah, that works for me.
Okay.
I
Well,
was
let's start
composing.
there.
I have no idea what's going on.
So are we saying September 14th?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
All
Who's
right.
reaching out to
Oh,
Kevin?
gotcha.
Jim
And
is gonna reach
It's
out.
and Dane and Kate, bear in mind. I mean, it's an Airbnb. I mean, you could always come up the night before and just
That's
kind of
true.
Right.
if you want to get away for
Sure.
yeah. And I think Kevin's a hoot. I tell you, he'll definitely keep you entertained for sure. Um,
Yeah, that all looks
with
good
with
for me.
com
That date's
with
fine.
Okay,
okay. All right. So let's tentatively say that one. Very good.
sure.
Yeah. As far as an actual convention, well, let's talk about that a little bit.
Do we just vote, like, who thinks we should do it, who thinks we shouldn't? And maybe everyone is gonna agree that it's not really necessary before we
Well,
have a long conversation about it.
well, I just want to throw this out there. If the, I mean, how much time? This is what Harrison did, and I could take it or leave it. Um, should we wait until say January or February of 2026 to have our convention to give you guys time for the delegate portion of it? I mean, how much time do you need uh, to make travel plans?
So I guess I'm confused. Are you asking right now about a delegate convention or the,
A delegate convention. I mean,
okay,
it could be all in one. I mean,
okay,
I really
um,
think we should do it all in one. I think
Yeah.
having
Yeah,
a
Yeah.
separate delegate convention is really excessive.
I
Yeah.
agree. Yeah.
all right.
So does that mean we can wait until 2026 to throw the convention, or do we need
Yes.
to do it? Okay.
Yeah. Well, we still need to do. We need to do a convention in 2026.
Before,
Right.
before national, I'm assuming.
So-
Right.
Jim, you said that you don't need to do a convention in odd years.
That is correct.
State
are you
convention.
sure?
state.
I thought
Positive.
that we put in the bylaws 2 years ago that we were going to do an annual convention.
Let me see if I can find it.
Double check that. But the
I
state,
thought-
well, whatever the bylaws say, the state only requires an even number of years. The convention, the caucuses, and all the counties.
Right, but I'm saying I think we have it in our bylaws for an annual convention.
Okay.
Let me look
Take-
through it. Hold
Sure.
on.
Take your time. Um. While you're looking for that, I mean, how much notice does everybody need? You know,
Well, those
yeah.
dates, so convention is May 21 through 24 of 26.
Okay.
So we probably want to do it in March or April of that year. Well, no,
No, we'd probably
well,
want to do it in
January rather.
January,
Yeah.
December. So that those delegates
Yes.
can get travel arrangements and whatnot.
I think December's a crummy idea. That's holiday season. I don't think
Well,
we're
that's
gonna.
true.
Yeah.
Unless the bylaws say we have to do it in.
And weather.
Yeah, and we
Right.
can always change that bylaw too.
Right. Just maybe conventions. The party shall hold a convention every year at the time and place where, whether online or in person, as determined by state committee party. So we do have a annual, yeah, it's Article 6, subsection IA or
All
1.
right.
Why did we do that?
I'm
I
guessing-
there was a reason. I can't remember what the reason
I'm
was.
guessing, and this is just, I think Harrison wanted it because A, would help build the party a little bit. B, we do a delegate one in an odd number year, give people time to plan the travel. Now, Harrison also was having some money, some struggling with money too. So I think that kind of motivated him to do that. We're all, I mean, mostly gainfully employed there. So I think that's probably the motivation is different. So with that said, maybe we do a convention, just a delegate convention in December, and that will cover.
I would say let's do either November or January. November probably. December is like I don't know. I personally have a lot going on during the
Yeah.
All
holidays.
right. I'm fine with
It's-
November too.
Yeah, like I think we did the delegate convention in early November, and
We
that
did.
seemed to work out. And
Yeah.
it's before the weather kind of starts coming in.
So yeah, I'd be for that.
So
If we do like early or mid-November and we can do our actual state convention
next
and
year,
delegate convention the same day.
well, right,
So
but
we're-
we're still gonna need to do a state convention in 26. So
Right.
so
Right,
like for this year, yeah, we won't do an actual state convention in May. We'll just do the delegate convention in November, and then if we have any business, we can bring that up too.
Right. And we could do the state convention after the national convention too. We could do it in the
Right.
summer and get more people to
Right.
show up.
Yeah,
Um,
I like that idea. I like that
Can we
plan.
do it? Can we like pair that with the end of the summer thing?
in 26, I don't see why not.
All right,
Um,
so we're saying the delegate convention, November.
Of 25.
Okay.
And then next year, we don't have to do our convention, the state convention, like before national, we could do it anytime. So that could be an opportunity to do the convention with this end of summer bash,
Okay.
26.
well,
I'll just say summer 2026.
Yeah.
Okay.
point of clarification, Robin, were you saying that instead of having an end of summer bash, we have our delegate convention?
No, the state convention.
Oh, okay. You're talking about the 26th convention. Okay.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right. Okay. Yeah, we could. I don't know what the state deadline is for a convention. I need to look that up. I know that there's a deadline, just like there's a deadline with the caucuses, which is basically the end of winter.
Yeah.
So we'll revisit that.
Okay.
I would also, I'll say this on the record. I don't know if we need to do if that we must have a convention every calendar year. I want to revisit
It
that.
says right here in our bylaws.
I
Jim.
mean, we can
Yeah.
change
No,
that.
I know that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't.
Does that have
we
to be
should, we
done
should,
at a convention?
we should definitely. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean that's something I think
Yeah.
we may vote on down the road.
Okay.
I'm not crazy about that idea. I'm not saying we vote on it now.
However,
Just something. Yeah.
We do have a section B here does say that a special convention can be called by presenting a petition signed by 10% of the sustaining members of the party. And given that we have like maybe fucking what 12 of us that are sustaining members,
One person.
right?
One
All of
person
us could
calls.
just decide to have a convention, and we could change any of the shit that we wanted.
That's
Okay.
correct. That's correct.
Cool.
We'll revisit that. I
Sure.
think, unless you guys want to go into it now, I don't see the
No.
point. But down the
No.
road, I'm thinking we don't need one. We definitely need one in even numbers years, and I would reword it to make sure it stays within what the state asks,
Yeah.
just to cover ourselves. But
Yep.
let's down the road. That's down the
Okay.
road. Okay. All right.
Sounds
Very good.
good.
All right. We got all that talked about. We didn't even get to workshops or days of service. This
So
is
I
your thing,
think,
Kate. Yeah.
so with the workshops, I know I was expecting, I was thinking Jason was going to come because I know he's been working on the first one with the 2A stuff. So I don't have any other dates in mind at this point. I haven't had any ability to kind of dig in and try to find, like, I know we had kind of talked about it in terms of like maybe like a homesteading or a homeschooling one. So I haven't fleshed out enough of that yet. I can do some more work on that. And if anyone else has any contacts, let me know. In terms of the day of service, we usually do that around Earth Day, in April.
Mm-hmm.
So I think like maybe April 19th would be a good day of service date. Let me just check.
It's the 19th because my birthday is the 18th. Oh,
Okay.
no, isn't Earth Day on Sunday? Or
It
is
may be. That's Easter Sunday. Oh wait, that'd be kind of. I don't have it on my calendar. Earth Day.
I don't either.
Let's Google it real quick.
Yeah.
Let's say 2025.
22nd.
22nd. Okay, which is
Tuesday.
in the middle of the.
Tuesday.
Yeah. So we could either do it like the 19th or the 26th.
Mm-hmm.
Which sometimes I think last year didn't we kind of have like some places were doing stuff on one day and another, like, which is fine.
I feel like most of it was the Saturday before.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
I
you're
hate to
right.
sound like a hippie, but Earth
Yeah.
Day is my anniversary.
Oh, that's awesome.
It was not my choice.
It seldom is, my man. It seldom is.
So maybe what I could do, like for the day of service, like, typically just for those who haven't been involved long enough for you to have seen that, we usually do like a project per region, or we try to.
Mm-hmm.
I think that Dana and I have done Southern Region at this for like a supply drive for Tucker's house past couple of years, which has worked really well.
We did
I
a
know-
needle
Yeah.
cleanup in Lewiston last year.
That was really cool.
And yeah, and you guys
Yeah.
got news coverage.
Got on the
that.
news, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
We did.
Mm.
So
It
that's
was very controversial. People shouldn't
very
be cleaning up
controversial.
needles.
Mhm.
So for Brian and Joe, you know, like just give some thought if there's like there's no like this doesn't have to be super complex. What I'll do is when you figure out, or whoever figures out what you want to do, just let me know, and then I usually put something out in the weeks leading up to kind of highlight it and ask, you know, like we need your help. So
Go up here. Blah, blah, blah.
probably if we know by like end of March, then I can start advertising for it.
Hmm.
Does that sound good?
Yeah, I'm still processing the fact that Easter's on the 20th.
I know,
This year.
right?
I know it's lunar, but still it kind of throws you off. Well, you know what? I don't know why I'm even worried about that. I mean, Maine is lowest in the nation in regular churchgoers. So,
Really?
yeah, for real. Yeah, I don't know where I
That
saw it,
doesn't
but
surprise
we were
me.
like 49th or 50th or
We have
51st
so
rather
many,
in regular churchgoers. We're
yeah.
very low. We're like the bottom two.
We're
Yeah.
there's so much fishermen and farmers.
No,
That's
it's all the communists, is what it is.
all I'm serious. I think
I
it's the
don't.
fishermen and farmers.
Godless
Yeah.
heathens.
Yeah, yeah. Well, there it is.
They're not godless. They just can't go because.
No, commies are certainly
Oh, well,
godless.
okay, well, maybe.
But I'm thinking if you guys do that in Lewiston, maybe I could do a coordinated effort here in the Bangor area.
That'd be cool.
I don't know I don't know which park that would be. I'm sure I'll get several suggestions. But yeah, let me ask around about that and see what um could be done, and I'll check in with the old Penobscots. They want to get together, and the Penobscot Libertarians, that is, and they want to clean up a little bit. Yeah. You know,
Cool.
that way, and you know what? You get a little Portland media coverage. I might get a little Bangor media coverage. There you go.
Yeah.
We're covered there. All right. Let's look at that. Okay. Anything else regarding that? We didn't anything regarding tabling events or anything that you want to cover, Kate?
So,
I think Robin got this
Oh,
one.
Robert. Okay.
yeah, so I did some research trying to find events that I thought would be good. I always wanted to do the Maine Cannabis Expo, but I never seemed to like figure out the events ahead of time. So that's like in March. That's like the first week of March. So I think that's going to be too late. But anyway, March 8th, 9th is the Maine Cannabis Expo. The State of Maine Sportsman Show at the Augusta Civic Center is March 28th through the 30th. So someone that I
That would be
know,
a good one.
yeah, I think that will be a good one. There's the State of Maine Homeschool Conference is in Augusta, May 2nd and 3rd. So I know the person who's running it, she was the one who suggested that we be there. So I definitely think that will be good. I was looking at the tables, like they're like $175, $200 to get table space.
For the
I
weekend?
for the weekend, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It's
And
a
that was
Friday and Saturday. It's a Friday and Saturday. I would probably commit to be able to do like all of Friday.
This is the homeschool one,
It's
Robin,
the homeschool one, yeah.
and it's second and third.
May 2nd and 3rd. I'm gonna put all of that in the
Okay.
um
I could possibly do, where is it gonna be held, Robin?
the Civic Center.
In Augusta?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
I could definitely do the third, so.
Okay. I was looking at all the gun shows. I tried to pick out like the bigger ones because there's so many of them.
Biddeford's a good one.
Huh?
Biddeford's a really good one. That's big. Also, the ones that are in Augusta, the one that's in Augusta is pretty big too.
So the Augusta one is August 23rd, 24th. There's one in Bangor, September 6th and 7th. Common Ground Fair is September 19th through the 21st, which I think, Kate, that would be great to do that again.
Yeah.
And then the Freiburg Fair is the end of September, beginning of October.
I was afraid they'd have it that same weekend. That's Paul and I are going away. Don't know where yet, but
I think it's the same every year.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
All right. Oh.
So those are like the main ones.
I think that's a good that seems like a good smattering, and it's not like every single weekend is being taken up in the whole, you know what I'm saying? Like sometimes it was so
Right.
overwhelming to see
Mhm.
all of the, like the gun shows, for instance, like, wow, that's like two a month, like.
Right, yeah.
So yeah, that's awesome, Robin. Thank you for doing that.
Yep.
That's
Um,
helpful.
I'm making a new channel that's just tabling events. So if you want to put in like dates, or you could do polls in there, Robin, we
Okay.
could probably like sign up with that as a tool. You just
Okay.
open if you just do the poll like for like 5 days, it'll give us all a chance to vote on if we can contribute and be there.
Okay.
Probably be an easy way to just get us all
And
tabled.
on the record, I like, obviously we don't want to do all of these events that are going to be like $200 for the weekend, you know, like if we can find the events that are more minimally charged, great, but also just knowing what our coffers look like, that is a much bigger breath of, you know, relief.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
I think if we end up doing even all of the ones you just mentioned, Robin, I think we have
Mhm.
plenty of funding at this point
Yeah.
moving forward.
Yeah.
Do the gun shows cost anything?
Yeah, but they're usually not that expensive. I think though, when we did Biddeford, I think there was like $50 a day for
Gotcha.
a
Okay.
table.
Oh, that's not bad.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, so there's a new
There we go.
channel in there now
Thank you.
for that.
Okay. Very good.
Cool.
All right.
I had included the city council nights. I don't currently have anything. I need to look into this more, but I just kind of like, I just put it in there because I did think it was kind of a cool idea. I just think I want to put some more thought into it. I think we need to be, because we're so spread out, like if there is a council night about like something specific, especially I'm thinking of like up in Calais with the whole, you know, let's see where that takes us. It might not be something we do a lot, but I just kind of thought maybe we could, you know, kind of
Pat
give it
has
some thought.
these grandiose ideas, but you could fit about 20 of his states in ours,
You
right?
know, and that,
Yeah,
so,
right.
anyway,
Right.
I liked the
Mhm.
idea, and maybe we just have it kind of as like an idea that, oh, if something comes up with any, you know, ordinances or anything, then that's a great way to get the word out. If anybody's able to attend the meetings, but I didn't currently have anything on that.
Mm-hmm. All right. Kind of a side note, when when Robin brought up the cannabis thing, of course I kind of noticed that Easter falls on 420. I don't know if there's anything to that,
Is
but
it really?
yeah, it does.
It's
Yeah.
his birthday.
Yeah, there you go. So that's not the kind of resurrection we were thinking about, but
Yeah,
it's
no, not that.
all right. In any event, um, so yeah, so moving on here. So we talked about the Summer Bash. Shall we move on to legislative goals? Any in mind?
Yeah, so I can speak a little bit. You guys probably all saw what Sam's been working on in the legislative chat today.
Mm-hmm.
So she's doing that. Looks like she's going gung-ho on the concept draft stuff. I've been working extremely hard with the national team, both within the MC and with Bring Our Troops Home on Defend the Guard. A lot of successes around the country. It passed. Let's see. It passed the House in Kentucky and Arizona, I believe, and it passed the Senate in 2 other states. I can't remember. So we're seeing good traction nationally. It did have a hearing today here in Maine. Hopefully all of you made your calls and got your emails in. I don't know how that went. I was working and wasn't able to attend. And I haven't reached out to Ben Hames about how it went yet, but I plan on doing that tomorrow just to get a read on him, just to see how it went. Fingers crossed. He wasn't overly concerned about it getting out of committee. But when I spoke to Diego, he saw that there was only 4 Republicans and the rest were Democrats or unenrolled. And he was kind of concerned based on his experience, how this is going in other places. It did just get passed, I think, at the state level in Virginia,
Yes.
99-0. which is amazing.
Democrat, a blue state.
So there's a
Well,
lot of traction on that. And then after, I mean, that's going to be my main focus with our legislative stuff. There are other bills that Laurel is working on and Ben Hames are also working on that I think we could get behind. But they're kind of on the back burner at this moment.
well, good work nonetheless.
I keep meaning to go through that giant list. I think I may have gotten it from Laurel Libby, but it was like
All the bills.
all
are
the bills that are,
proposed, yeah.
I still haven't sifted through that, but I kind of want to see, you know, what else there may be out there.
Just out of curiosity, do these bills tend to do better in red states, blue states, or does it matter much?
It doesn't look
Defend
like,
the Guard.
as far as defend the guard, you mean?
Yeah, yeah.
It doesn't look like it really matters right now. Let's see. Yeah, so okay, so it was, sorry, New Hampshire and Virginia passed the House, and in Arizona and Indiana it passed the Senate. So it'll be going to the other houses probably this week, and then the governor's desk after in those states. And I think this is going to be one of those issues like concealed carry and marijuana. I think this is going to be one of those things that you'll start seeing like a state will ratify it, and then you'll see 3 the next year, and then you'll see 8 the next year, and it's just going to be the law of the land, very soon. And
Excellent.
I think DTG is a very easy win for us. It's just the Democrats are just so, I don't understand why, but they seem to be very against it across the country, and I don't understand it.
And this is kind of what I was thinking. It comes back to my question of whatever happened to the anti-war left.
Yeah,
Right.
they're gone.
They're gone.
Yeah, it's the status quo. Yeah, let's not mix things up. Well, we might need them because yeah,
Right.
and yeah, and I think they're just afraid for, I think it's a fear of change, really, above all else. Am I wrong?
I think it's more a fear of going against the grain
Right.
Yeah.
myself, but
Right. Right.
I
Okay.
will say it was really awesome to talk with Amy Lepore, and she had given us a lot of really great resources. So those templates that I was able to write up were pretty much directly from what she had already written. So I feel like we have a strong, now just even having done that one, I think we have a pretty strong template for, you know, how to create those for different legislation in the future, which is great.
yeah.
Um,
And that's the thing with legislation, it doesn't take a whole lot of effort from like a couple dozen people to like really get in the minds of these legislators, you know? I'm on the Telegram chat for Defend the Guard, and that's comprised of a bunch of like libertarians and Republicans. It's not really any one group specific, but it's everyone that's working on Defend the Guard. And a lot of what they're noticing is like, if you just, because they're doing phone banking, right? And they're like, all of us are utilizing apps like Google Chat, or the apps that you can like basically pretend like you're calling from a different number, right? And so what everyone's doing is they're all representing themselves as being from that state as a constituent, and just flooding these legislators' phones and their, you know, legislative assistants or whatever. And like that actually was enough in Tennessee to get a deciding vote to flip and then get out of committee yesterday. Because they just like the LA was just so overwhelmed by getting calls and calls, and the legislator was just like, all right, clearly the people want this, so I'm going to change my vote.
Very good. Oh, way to stay on top of it. I appreciate that. All right. So templates to write legislators. I mean, you kind of touched on that a little bit.
oh yeah, that was what I was just touching on.
Right. Okay.
I think that's one thing that, like, kind of to Dane's point, just to kind of close the loop there. This is something when we have some legislation that we want to support, the templates thing is like kind of an easy deliverable to just send out, and then to help kind of guide people, like, I don't know, make it easy for people to do the right thing essentially. So
Yeah.
I think if we can continue to kind of keep a template going and kind of make it work for whatever. I think targeting them for the Republicans and then the Democrats is also a good idea, because I think with the Defend the Guard stuff specifically, there were, you're kind of like, you're trying to come at them from their argument side. So I think, I don't know, it was kind of interesting. It was kind of like those high school projects where you have to argue both sides. So anyway, I think just having those things in our drive is going to be helpful to kind of not have to reinvent the wheel every time.
Right, and that being said, part of Joe, you want to just briefly go over a little bit of the Google Drive stuff that you did and what that
Well,
means for all of us? What?
Could we? Okay, I thought we were sticking to the.
Oh, okay, never mind.
All right.
We can come back around.
Yeah, we'll do that. We got time. But thanks for that here. Moving on to the plan for candidates. I got some thoughts on that, but who wanted to take that first?
I had just put it on there just to kind of like inquire. Does anyone have like any formal written template as to like, okay, if a candidate comes and approaches us, I'd like to be able to give them, okay, here are our major talking points, or here are our strategies that we think we want to, just I'm just thinking, after having that meeting with Michael Heiss, maybe we could use some of his ideas to kind of formulate our own kind of template or guide, handbook or whatever for candidates. So obviously a long-term project, nothing that I'm saying that we need to get done right now, but I don't know what people's thoughts are. I guess the genesis from this, from my perspective, was that the more things we can get in our drive or on the cloud that are historic, that we don't have to necessarily keep reinventing the wheel, and that we have in process already, I think the easier it will be for handoffs between, each new XCOM. Because I feel like especially in this year, I felt like I was having to reinvent the wheel where it should have been something that was already in place, or, so anyway, I just think we need to do something to bulk up our candidate guidebook or handbook or whatever.
I think this is just a couple random thoughts here about that. Tyler Rowe reached out to me several weeks ago and asked, hey, do we have a Libertarian candidate running for that special election in Bangor and I'm like, shit, I completely spaced on that. That's my backyard, and I don't know if we would have had anybody. A couple of years ago we might have. There was a gentleman that did run for a legislative seat in Bangor, but I also feel like, state legislature and some of those other ones, you need somebody to go that's really well known in the area and popular in the area to go up against the Democrats and Republicans, because they are so
Right.
strong. So just that. So that's just a random thought there. One other thing too, I got on school board a few years ago because I noticed that every time I got to the ballot box, there was always a bunch of blank names in, first people didn't want to run for school board. We didn't have enough candidates for this, that. There's almost nobody running for candidates for a spot on the water district board. That little thing, I mean, I might honestly consider just doing that, just to have a libertarian. I mean, that was my motivation. I just wanted to have a libertarian, elected. So I wanted to walk my talk. So even those little things like that, I don't know what your town has as far as, like a water, find out what's vacant. I may step it up and do it myself to say, hey, did you ever get somebody for the water, representing the town on the water district board or whatever. That may be, take those easy slam dunks. You show up for a meeting once, excuse me, once a month. And honestly, I don't know what it entails, but it's worth a look. And maybe maybe that needs to be our message. Find the available slots.
Well, yeah, that's PDR in a nutshell. Which is exactly what that is.
But
I think I'd like to kind of delve into it a little bit more, if people are okay with that, and just see if I can come up with just a PDF that we'll have ready for any candidate. I'm talking about being prepared for candidates, because
Right.
yes, we need to have them, but if we don't, I just felt like when Ben Tucker approached us, or even, I'm not, I think we did what we could, and for Brian too. I just want to, in terms of, if we're a major political party in Maine, I think we need to have like a more robust, formal,
Right.
process for the candidates. That way they feel supported. We have we know we've done all the pieces. We have a plan. Okay, we are asking you to come up with 3 posts that we release, each month before the election. And that way we know we've gotten what you need, and vice versa. I don't know, just, I'm spitballing. It's just, I just wanted to bring it up and just get the temperature. It sounds like this is something that would be probably useful. So maybe I'll throw some stuff in the Discord and see what people think about that.
Okay, and I think you're exactly right. I mean, well, how big of a document do you think? I mean, I'm spitballing too.
I mean, a few pages. I just want to be able to have
Yeah.
something. It's like, okay, if you're a new candidate, here's what we need from you to be able to support you best, so, maybe we have like a form write-up that we can then put on our website and put out on socials, and, just to kind of keep things professional looking, and, that type of thing.
I'd like to help you with that.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
I will.
Maybe we can do a conference call between ourselves sometime and
Sounds
just
great.
develop something. Yeah, develop some, exactly. Running for office as a Maine Libertarian, something like
Right.
that.
And I'm sure that there's something that exists already, and I don't mind. I have no problem scrubbing off of other people's work.
Yep. Right. No, no, by all means.
All right, I will email you then about that, Jim.
Okay, that'd be great. Thanks. Very good. Anything else on plan for candidates someone wants to talk about? With nothing said, recruitment plan, members, activists, etc. Any thoughts on that?
So I think this was gonna have more relevance when Jason was gonna be here, for the most part. I do know, Robin, I sent Robin the needs assessment questions that Harrison and I had come up with like 2 years ago now. So I think, did I email that to people other than, okay. My bad. I will do that. We had come up with like probably 4 or 5 questions. And I would like to do it as a poll to members, but also just put it on our socials, because a lot of people on our socials are not necessarily members. So just to kind of get a needs assessment in terms of, hey, like we were talking about with Jason, we also have to consider ourselves, our income comes from members, or some of our income should come from members. So to get the membership up, the needs assessment is just like, what are you hoping to see from us? What can we do, better? Those kind of generic questions. So I'll send that out so people can take a look at it, and maybe in the next week or so, we could just send that out. And see what we get back for responses.
Are you gonna do like a Survey Monkey or something like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good.
I'll send out the questions though, probably in Discord, and just have people give me a thumbs up if they think it's appropriate, or just reply with your edits.
Very good.
Okay. Do we have a needs assessment?
What?
Nothing, just talking to myself.
Oh,
All right. Membership drive.
Yeah, we do.
The way I see it, this is something we could talk about kind of in a similar vein. We're paying somebody to do the registration drive eventually. We'll talk about that later, but yeah, the
Okay.
membership drive. And by the way, I think Jason, I'll put this on the record, did a great job hitting home how important that is. Because we've focused so much on registrations that we do need to have members to kind of grow the party as well. The question is, how do we invest in that? How much work do we do ourselves? What do we pay for? I think it probably starts with, I mean, honestly, it starts with our 6,000 registrants. This is just me spitballing, contacting them and saying, hey, this is what it takes to become a member. send out a postcard with a QR code or something and get them to sign up. I think that's a place to start right there.
Yeah. And I think that's why, like, it's unfortunate that Jason had something come up at work, because I think he was gonna have some more to add to this conversation too. So maybe we could just table it in general and workshop it next time.
Well, let me ask you this. This is something
Yeah.
I've been planning to do. I was going to purchase a complete list of all registrants from the state. I can't remember how much it costs, $100, $200, something like that. In which I don't know if you've ever seen one of these. It's basically just an Excel spreadsheet with every registered voter in the
Yeah.
state, and then we break it down by, we can break it down by party, we can break it down by whatever. I think, especially with the money we got coming in, I like to inquire how much would that cost, and once we get a number, I'd like to send out an email um, proposal.
Motion.
Well, yeah, motion
Okay.
to purchase that.
I think that's a great idea, just to kind of start fresh this year with a new set of data, like the most up-to-date data, and then that's a
Mhm.
good place to start. Yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
I
send
will.
out a motion when you're ready.
I will send that out. Eight.
Cool.
All right. This is my visitor. Where are you? Oops, I'm not sure. There he
Oh,
is.
hello.
Say hi, Mac. All right. All right. He's too big for my lap. That's the problem. Yeah.
That's too
86,
bad.
86 pounds. Well, it doesn't stop him.
I know,
That's-
right?
um, um, very good. Okay, so I'll take care of that. With nothing else on the docket here, I just want to briefly mention any impending membership drive. If you remember me a few months ago, I was really gung ho about it. Now, with knowing that we have 6,000, it's not as urgent.
You're talking registrants,
I'm
not.
talking registrants now. Okay,
Okay.
I want to shift the gears because I did mention this in the email the other day. I kind of want to wait a little bit, and as our coffers grow. Right now, we got about $9,400 put away for a registration drive. I want to see how much more Scott can raise, and then we can hopefully get Tracy uh, and Mendros to kind of battle each other to see who can give us the best deal. And honestly, I mean, you know, one of them was saying, we should wait till spring anyway. There's no point in thinking
Yeah.
about it now. But honestly, I'm part of me's thinking if we wait a couple more months, then we get into summer, then we'll have who knows, $12,000, $15,000. Then we set them out into the public and get another 1,000 or so registrants. That's where my thought is right now.
Yeah, I think that's it. I would agree with that idea in terms of just kind of getting as much as we can and the biggest bang for our buck.
Right.
I think we had to kind of piecemeal it last time, and I don't know. I don't know if we ended up getting a little bit fleeced on the deal because of that. So I think if we can keep it as bulk as possible, it seems like a good idea.
Yeah. Thankfully, there's no urgency. I mean, Harrison
Right.
did a fantastic job raising that money to make it happen and to get us. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, a lot of it, of course, came from Redpath and from Lars, and,
Yeah.
and we were eternally grateful for them for making this happen.
Mhm.
But now it's on us. I see it as to grow this even more,
Yeah.
both in the registrants and in the membership. So that's where my brain is right now.
Okay.
All right.
Sounds good.
Okay. Any other office, any other business to speak of?
Yeah, I
Oh.
forgot to mention, the student from Colby, has been, so there's something called the Goldfarb, Office of Public Affairs or something. And so they tend to have like political speakers. Janet Mills has spoken. There's been some like other people like throughout the years that have spoken. So they would Lamy has sort of talked to the executive director about having a libertarian speaker there. And I would love to see if like we could figure out who that could be. And
Mm,
so we had talked about, who would be a good representative, but it's like how I can't even imagine how much that would cost of like sort of bringing someone here.
It would
Um,
depend on who it would be, right?
right.
right.
Jason had mentioned that Maj was like coming up.
He is.
Um, Yeah,
I think he's coming in like April or something like that.
right.
But
What about, I mean, first kind of more, like if we needed to have someone like a little more accessible, like what, like, could we talk with Eric Brakey?
Oh, maybe.
Um,
a bad idea.
I don't know if that would be, cause I can't, like, I know, was he a registered Republican for a while?
Yeah,
he's always been
yeah.
a he's never been a
okay.
registered libertarian.
I see, okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Yeah,
But
this
he
is
has
why.
been a member.
True.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, yeah, I mean, he's shown up at our conventions and whatnot, but we have asked him, why don't you just come over and join here? And he always kind of gives a politician's answer to that. So,
Well, he's
um,
one of those libertarians that doesn't see the utility of the party.
yeah, right, right. Well,
Well,
um,
I
Kind of
mean,
like a Massey or, a Rand Paul or, people
right,
like that,
right,
which I get.
I mean,
right.
I don't
Amash.
know.
Or Mosh, yeah.
So is this like, do you know, is it typically politicians that they're bringing in, Robin, or is it just like political kind of pundits or?
I mean, I think anyone who would represent the Libertarian Party to sort of like, exposure, getting us exposure, just the libertarian like values exposure.
Yeah. Hmm,
We had someone come up a few years ago, and actually, yeah, but she came up and actually did a workshop at the University of Maine to talk about how to grow things. And damn it if I can remember who it was. I'm gonna have to dig into some of the elders there to find out who that was. Let me circle back on that. But it's good to think ahead. And actually, you know what? April's gonna be here sooner than you know it.
would
So
they ever do anything like virtually, Robin, do you think?
I asked, and yes, it could be virtual.
Cause I just thought about Victoria
well,
Lawhorn, remember her?
Yes.
But I don't know,
Yeah.
she would, I feel like she would be a great, especially with her work with like, We Are the Power too.
Right.
Right.
She's the new executive
yeah.
director, right?
I don't know if she's the executive, she's
She's in
somewhere.
leadership
Yeah,
there
she's in
now.
leadership. Maybe that's a name we could kind of ask about. I
Do you think someone like Larry Sharp would do it?
Yeah,
I bet you he
maybe.
would. And we all know Larry can talk his
He
way.
can,
He is
Well,
quite
exactly.
the
That's sort
talented
of why I
orator.
thought of
Yeah.
him. Yeah.
that seems like, I mean, it seems like we have a short list at least of people we think would be a good.
I might actually have Larry's phone number.
He at the convention, I was talking to him about the new business and he was like, "Oh, reach out to me on Twitter if you have any questions."
I
So,
do have his phone number.
yeah. So,
Yeah.
I mean, that would be like my first choice because it's the biggest name.
Yeah, I would agree.
And he could talk a lot about like, government like structurally keeping third parties out, especially given his experience in New York.
Right. Yeah.
I like that idea.
Yeah.
So my question,
Yeah.
I suppose, is that something that we would be willing to pay for as a party?
it depends on how much
Yeah.
bang for the buck we would get. What's the ROI?
Right.
Yeah. I mean, obviously we need all the publicity we can get, but we also gotta mind our coffers too.
Yeah, I would agree. I would say this seems like we had initially, for the college libertarians out of UMaine, we had set aside like $250 for them. They never used it. So I know, like, is it possible, like, maybe we just shift our, outreach funding from that because it seems like this college student is very engaged and actually responsive.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, she's in the process of setting up some social media and stuff.
I was
Like,
just gonna ask, does she have like a group of her fellow students together yet?
I'm not sure. I haven't been very good about keeping in touch with her. Let me see what she said. She was working on getting a advisor. She said she needed to confirm with the professor about a Colby Libertarian Club. So I think the first step was to actually get, you know, in college you have to have like a professor to be to
Right.
sign off on it.
I would say this, Robin, like if we are able to get Larry Sharp to do the appearance, and maybe he just is like, I can do it via Zoom. Like, even if we can throw him, you know, if he's doing like an hour or a 2 hour presentation, you know, if it is like $250 for his appearance, or, you know, I don't know what would be appropriate or what he would deem appropriate,
He
but
might even do it for free.
right, he may. But I would say I would be willing to vote yes on some funding towards that.
Right.
I would say
Mhm.
Well,
probably
it-
getting people here via plane is gonna be a whole other ball of wax, and I don't know if we have the funding for that, but
Well, you can always reach out and ask him.
Yeah.
But I, not to put the cart before the horse. Um, let's see how involved this student. What's her name again?
Lamy.
Lamy. Yeah. Let's find out how much we can get done with her.
okay.
And see.
Right.
Yeah. I think that should start there, and then, or you know what, when you talk with, hey, maybe just use the word maybe we can find someone like a Larry Sharp to do a presentation or whatnot. And
Is
Well, and
she
And Larry
it's a
would be
content
fantastic.
thing. It's a content thing too. I
Mhm.
mean, if we're dragging someone like that up here, we should definitely do a podcast with them while they're up here. We should
Yeah.
record
Right.
the
Right.
presentation live if if that's how we're going to do it. So
Right.
I mean, that's investing in some fairly evergreen content.
You
Yeah.
bet. All right. Very good. Anything else on that?
So who Dane, is that something that you would feel comfortable reaching out to him? Do you want
To
me to
Larry?
reach? Yeah.
I
I
mean,
didn't know, like, you have his number, so I didn't know if it was
I
like,
have his number because he was trying to whip up delegates pre-convention. And
okay,
he called me and we talked for 10 minutes while I was on my way home driving.
okay,
And so, but he did say, like, call, this is my personal number. You can call me. I can share the number with you if you already have, like, you know what I mean? Like, you already have all the details of this and you're kind of running with Colby. I can just share his number with you.
okay. I mean, I would probably try to find an email or something. I don't know that I would feel comfortable calling him, but
Okay.
Mm. For what it's worth, I'm comfortable calling him or texting him at the very least. It's up to you guys, but
okay. I mean, if you feel
yeah,
comfortable doing that, have at it.
right. Yeah, sure. Sure.
Okay,
I'll need his number, of course. But yeah,
Yeah.
I may text him first, just out of courtesy. But
okay,
yeah, I'll be happy to reach out.
okay.
All right. Very
I'll
good.
send you the information, Jim,
Hmm.
what it would consist of, and
So
bef
is he actually, was he planning on coming to Maine, or are we looking at
No, we
a
were
remote?
talking about Maj.
Oh, okay. Okay. Um, yeah, I mean, even to do something remotely would be terrific. I mean, he's so engaging.
All right, Jim, I
Yeah,
just texted it to you.
very good. Thank you, boss. Ding. Okay.
Um,
All right. Anything else on that?
No.
Any other new business we want to discuss?
The only other thing I wanted to say is I went through my email about the homeschooling thing. So it is $175 like early bird if you get a table before March 15th.
Do you
And
want
then
to
it goes to 225 after that.
Where is it and when?
The Augusta Civic Center, May 2nd and 3rd.
do you want a motion on it right now, or people?
I think that's probably
I think,
prudent.
yeah, let's do that first.
All right,
Okay, yeah.
so a motion to allot $175 for the what's it called? Great State of Maine Homeschool Convention to set up a table for 2 days.
Second,
Very good. We got motion, good second. Let's discuss. What's the date again?
May 2nd and 3rd.
May 2nd and 3rd.
They do require that you're there both days. I could commit to all day Friday.
Mm. I've got family in the area that could
I know
could
I
probably
can do
slide like.
Saturday.
Yeah, and I could do the Saturday as well.
Mm-hmm. Unless I got a lacrosse game, which I can block that out. Yeah. No, I like this a lot. $175. I say that's money well spent.
So we would just need one more asset on Friday with Robin. But we can figure out those details later. I move the question.
Very good. Okay.
Second,
Yep.
Yeah,
All in favor, and consider this is let's go one by one here. Kate.
aye.
All right, Dane,
Aye.
Joe,
Aye.
Brian,
Aye.
and Robin.
I
And I vote aye as well. Unanimous.
thank you.
All right, very good.
All right, let me put that on my calendar. So what was it called again?
It's called the Great State of Maine Homeschool Conference. It's a new homeschool um like resource and nonprofit that was started.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And so they actually got the Civic Center for annually for I don't know how many years, but to always have it this weekend at the Civic Center. They have some really interesting speakers. There's I'll include the website in the website for the convention on the in the minutes.
Okay.
And our aim with that would literally just be like us tabling any other event, right? We are not necessarily looking for a homeschool specific type of approach.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Has any of us, out of curiosity, had kids or family members that have done homeschool?
I homeschooled my daughter.
Oh, you
Yeah.
did? Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Great.
Yeah, I mean,
Mm.
it's why I'm very like, I mean, obviously most people are anti-public school, but I am like, my daughter went to 1 year of public school. We did private school for 7 years. We homeschooled for the rest of it. Yeah, could not be more supportive of homeschooling.
Very good. Okay. Anything else on the agenda here? In that case, I move to adjourn.
I would.
Oh,
One second. One second.
okay.
One second.
Well,
one second.
yeah.
Yeah.
I just was slow on my mute button.
Okay.
So you
Sorry.
know, I'm
Motion
digging.
retracted.
Just so you know, I'm sitting here digging around through old admins' emails trying to find the login authority to where our domain's hiding.
Mhm.
So I'm 3 accounts deep at this point. It wasn't in Jeremy's stuff. It wasn't in the sysadmin account. I'm now in Lindquist's old email address, so that's what I'm working on right now.
Eric Lindquist?
Gosh.
Josh Lindquist. Oh, I'm thinking, all right, some of them.
I don't know. It's a Lindquist. I don't know.
Oh, maybe.
So,
No, that's Andrew Lindquist. He lives
from
in
like 3
Dexter. He
years
helped us
ago.
out. He helped us out, yeah. That dude, I forgot about him.
But anyway, he's one of the accounts that does seem to have possibly some sort of access. So I'll let you know.
Okay, yeah.
I might be
I'll
at
try
this
to.
for another hour or 2.
All right, that's fine. If you need, I know who he is. I haven't talked with him in a long time. It was one of those guys who was real gung ho to start with, and then got busy with his real life. You know what I mean?
I got you.
Yep. Okay. I'm sorry. Anything else?
Joe, would you mind just kind of 10,000 foot view the stuff that you did with the drive and how we can utilize and leverage that now versus how
Yeah,
it
the
was
easiest
set
way
up?
to think about it is we have been paying for Dropbox for a yearly subscription, and we had 1 file living on Dropbox. So and we've already got the ability to have cloud storage through our Google Workspace. So I set up what I'm calling the LPME cloud. You all have access to it if you look under your shared drives. If you go to drive.google.com, you'll see it in there. That's where we're going to start dumping all of the shared files, any sort of graphics and documentation and stuff we're going to start throwing in there. So we have one centralized repository. So everybody in the XCOM can get into that directory. Go ahead.
So I have a question about that. So does that mean that if we're logged into our email, right, and we create a page or a sheet, does that live and is then viewable in it? Okay, so that's still like your own.
Yeah, you have to either create, if you want the document to be shareable immediately, you create the document in the share itself. If you're just creating a document like in Docs or in Sheets or whatever, it'll still drop down to your local machine. I mean, your local, cloud space there. But if you want to share it, you just grab it and move it into one of the folders in the share, and everybody will have access to it in the XCOM.
All right.
So the idea here is to try. We got rid of something we were paying for to replace it with something that's actually going to be superior that we don't have to pay for. So.
Right.
And that way we'll be able to have all of our assets in one spot, because when I came online, it was a matter of trying to dig through everybody else's stuff from all sorts of different places and put them together. So this is just bypassing all of that. So we just have, again, I think it was Kate that was talking about trying to get everything set up. So, every time a new XCOM comes in, they don't have to go through this garbage. That kind of concept, same thing.
Right. Yeah. Thank you. I wanted you to just kind of explain that, just because I think moving forward, this is going to be a very easy to leverage tool for all of us, for a multitude of different things, for whatever we're doing, that we didn't have before for whatever reason. Anyway.
Awesome.
Okay. Anything else to speak about? Then I will once again motion to adjourn.
Second.
All right. All in favor, just say aye.
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 Right.
And we are adjourned.
Hold on.
Yeah.